The NHL, the National Hockey League, has announced they're going to be having a new expansion team.
Right, the NHL has announced that the Honolulu Hammerheads,
will
be the next expansion team. Honolulu? Honolulu. Before Quebec City.
People of Hawaii.
How are we going to house a hockey team in the hottest state in the entire country?
So many better options for expansion.
Has been begging for representation in major sports for so long.
Honolulu can't have ice.
You know, I didn't even know they had ice in Honolulu.
One of the best places to expand currently.
Do the people of Honolulu even know what hockey is?
Where are we going with that? New general manager,
GM Ryan Rybread.
GM Rybread.
Who is this guy?
He's a dynasty builder, okay?
Where'd he come from?
I think they're going to prove a lot of people wrong.
This will be a failure of an experiment for the NHL. We do not need another Arizona Coyotes.
I am all in for it. I love the idea.
How's it going, everybody? Ryebrad here today, and we are back with your Honolulu Hammerheads. And I first wanted to say thank you to the moderators for getting those clips, recording those parts of the intro that you guys watched. Those were the moderators for the channel. They did an awesome job, and I am hype and ready to go with our Honolulu Hammerheads franchise. The Philadelphia Flyers did not go as well, and I felt it was time. The people had been calling for it, and the Honolulu Hammerheads have returned. Let's prove the haters wrong and turn this into a dynasty like we know we can. And we're going to start here with a 33 expansion draft custom rosters. We're going to use the default roster type, I think. I don't know what that means. I think it probably means like whether or not I want to use my custom roster, which I will do. I will use my custom roster, and we will select a team that was previously created, and there they are, the Honolulu Hammerheads, and GM Rybread is coming to town. We are ready to get this thing started. Oh, guys, I'm so excited for this one. We got to get to the Honolulu Hammerheads. They're obviously going to be our team. I like the fact that you can be a team that's not the Hammerheads. So there we go. You know what? I'm actually going to pause real quick. I'm going to go design our AHL team. I'm putting effort into this one. We are customizing our AHL team. So guys, creating the AHL team is all set. As you guys can see, we're Honolulu, right? We're out in Hawaii. We need a team close to us. So our AHL team is going to be the Anchorage Voyagers in Anchorage, Alaska, and that's kind of all taken from inspiration. That's kind of how I get my inspiration for most of my expansion teams, is I kind of look at the flag of the city and figure it out from there. The flag of Anchorage, I'll show it on screen right now. It's really cool. It's got an anchor and a ship and a sun. It's really cool, and that's where the blue and the yellow comes from, and that's where I made this team. You can see our logos here is the cool looking ship with the ship wheel and then the A, just because why not. Team uniforms, we probably won't see them much, so I'll show them to you now. The home uniform, because the AHL does white at home, is that one. And there you guys can see there's the aways. And then finally, the alternate jersey looks like this. Just a little bit of a spice it up at home kind of thing. I'm not sure. I could have done a little bit more with the alternates, but we're not here for the Anchorage Voyagers. We're here for the Honolulu Hammerheads. And we are ready to go. But it is going to be kind of cool to see, our own custom logo as our AHL affiliate. So Honolulu Hammerheads, Anchorage Voyagers, ready to set sail. We are going to be in the Pacific. It makes sense, right? Every other division is going to have an empty slot. So there we go. Beautiful. All right, man. 3 expansion teams in one division. So we got a lot of rivals, a lot of teams trying to steal our thunder. Seattle is exempt. Yeah, we'll say Seattle is exempt. Why not? Fog of War off, morale off. I got sick of that. Head coach does not edit the lines. There we go. Add a contract year, right? I think I want to do that, right? Because then this year's free agent class won't be this upcoming year's free agent class. I think that's the setting we want to use. Because we'll draft, and then everybody's contract time will tick over once we get to the free agency, right? So they'll tick down by 1. So add the contract year, salary cap on, CPU trades are on, and okay, sure, Seattle's exempt. Other than that, everything looks good for me. We'll take a look at the advanced settings here in just a second. Quick settings here, looking fine. Injuries, we'll leave those on. Actually, we're going to turn them off. I think I struck a good balance there on the other one. You guys let me know about the injuries. We're not going to have to deal with that, but we'll leave waivers on. NHL salary cap is on. Trade difficulties on medium, as you guys can see. The scouting's fine. Fog of War is off. Advanced settings, this is just basically my own opinion, but here you go. Here's everything that goes on in the background. I don't think anything's different. I'm just going to leave everything on medium. I don't really want to switch anything up. But here we go. Let's start the career as the Honolulu Hammerheads, ready for the expansion draft, ready to get our new chapter underway. Oh, guys, I am excited for this one. Here we go. Processing. Come on, let's just start it up. Let's start it up. Let's go. Come on. There we go. And there's the pink that we all know and love. Advance to the expansion draft. I don't like the scrolling, the fact that we have to scroll in the Pacific here, but you know, we're not going to deal with that because we're always going to be at the top. I know for a fact we're going to be at the top. But advance to the expansion draft. Well, I figured I'd take a moment to welcome you to the Honolulu Hammerheads franchise. You have a plate full for the upcoming expansion draft, but I'll touch base again in a few days before the draft itself, after I get a sense of who the other teams are going to make available. So the salary cap is what we expect. And we jump from 3 to 2. New Jersey from 6 to 1. New Jersey getting lucky. But that's okay. We get the second pick in this year's draft class. I am totally fine with second overall. Especially because we didn't drop. New Jersey jumps great. Arizona does get screwed via Montreal. Wow, Arizona gets the 3rd and the 4th pick. That is crazy, dude. That is crazy. All right, and we are ready to get into the expansion draft, see what the first team is going to look like. Let's get started. Here is the expansion draft. Select one player from every team for a total of 30 players. You must also draft a minimum of 14 forwards, 9 defensemen, and 3 goalies. Making a pick is easy. Auto-generate picks, that's whatever. But all right, so this is the big one. We start building our team right here, right now. Dmitry Kulikov, we're going to have so many defensemen. Do we go after maybe an Oli? No, definitely not Oli Olivi. Do they have any goalies available? Stolars? Stolars is not a bad option as a backup goalie. Oh man, I wish I could just see an entire list, you know. Vetrano's got 3 years. Silverberg's only got 2 years left. That's fine. I don't know if any of these guys are worth the investment, though. I mean, obviously we're not going to get anybody fantastic, but you know, we'll go with probably. Oh God, Kulikov's got 1 year left on his deal. We're gonna go with Silverberg. Screw it. We're going with Silverberg. The goal scorer. Taking a look at the Arizona Coyotes, who got absolutely dunked on in the intro. They don't really have many players that I would consider, you know, a good player to have. Maybe a Christian Fisher at 25, I guess, is maybe our best bet. Yeah, Fisher, I probably going to be Fisher. He's got 1 year left on his deal at 1.15. He's a perfect bottom sixer. Sure. All right, Boston with exposing Krejci. No chance I'm taking Krejci. Zacha, though, or DeBrusk. Those are both interesting names. Both still have a little bit of potential left in them. DeBrusk here and Zacha. So Zacha's a power forward. DeBrusk is a sniper. I feel like finding a power forward. Zacha's really good at defense, man. In goal, they got nobody for the goalies. I'm not going after Grit. I'm going to go after Pavel Zacha. We need a center, 83 power. That feels like a really good pick to me. The Buffalo Sabres. Ooh, okay. Nobody available. Nobody really good available. Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen is available? They're going to give me Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen, their future. Are they not protecting any goalies? That's all 3 of their goalies, right? All of their goalies are available. I got to take Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen, a medium elite goaltender at 80 overall. Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen could be the future goaltender number 1 of this franchise, just like the Buffalo Sabres he could be too. A lot of talent here. Kylington, I think it's like Shillington or something like that. Vladar's not a bad starting option. I'm sure we might find somebody better later, but there's Tyler Toffoli. There's Christopher Tanev. They each have 2 years left. There's Backlund. I don't want to get really locked into anything. Phillips here, but he's 24 at 74. He's not really going to be anything. So, you know, we'll go Tyler Toffoli. I could always trade Toffoli, too, if we wanted to, but he's probably going to be, like, the star. Brent Burns is available. So is Antti Ranta. You know what? 1 year, Antti Ranta, that actually kind of makes sense that they would let that happen. They got to let somebody go, though, too. Brent Burns, 37, 86 offensive defenseman. He's great. 3 years left, though, at 37. I don't want him until he's 40. I would obviously trade him right away. Kasha doesn't have a lot of time left to grow. Dylan Coughlin, not worth it there. I think I may go goaltender here and take Antti Ranta to be our goaltender number 1. Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen to be goaltender number 2. I think I like that a lot. Chicago is not going to expose many great players. Jason Dickinson might be the move here. 26-year-old, 2 years left at 2.6 million. Murphy, we really are avoiding the defenseman quite a bit. So we'll just take Jason Dickinson. Little bit of potential, a two-way forward. We'll see if he fits the scheme or not. See if he can be a good player there. Colorado, Samuel Girard is available, and that's obviously a player that we're going to take. If there was another expansion draft, the Colorado Avalanche would have to lose somebody good, and that is Samuel Girard. He's probably going to be he is the best player that we've drafted so far, like by a long stretch. Him and Zacha. That's a pretty good foundation to begin with. Samuel Girard, welcome to Honolulu. Jacob Voracek, the X Factor, interesting. Corpusalo, no thank you. We already have goalies. Jake Bean, 24, 82. He's got 2 years left. He's a bit better than Peak. Offensive defense. Oh my God, he's way better offensively. Andrew Peak is a defensive defenseman but they basically have the same defensive category. I think I'm going to go Jake Bean. Another offensive defenseman there. 2 offensive defensemen, a little bit younger there in Jake Bean. Samuel Girard, a little bit more advanced into his career. Marchment. Marchment was the guy that he had a phenomenal year, right, for Florida? Yeah, 47 points in 54 games. A great year for Marchment in real life. Goaltender-wise, yeah, they're not exposing Ottinger, that's for sure. But Marchment, 4 years at $4.5 million. That's a lot. That is quite a bit. They also have Thomas Harley, 20 years old, 78, on an ELC essentially. Harley, that's tough. I think I might lean Marchment for now, right? Marchment, another power forward, could be pretty good. Wow, that's a lot of good talent here on Detroit. Jakub Vrana, 85, sniper, looks really, really good. Dominic Kubalik is a two-way forward. I kind of want Vrana just simply for the fact that he's a sniper, right? And in goal, they've got Nedeljkovic is available. Wow, okay. But I'm going to take Vrana. He's only got 2 years left at $5 million. He's another guy that steps right in. We've got Zacha, Dickinson down the middle, Marchment, Vrana. We've got Silverberg, Toffoli, Fisher, and then on the blue line, we've got Girard and Bean, and in net, we've got Luukkonen and Ranta. I'm actually really liking how this team is shaping up. From the, Stuart Skinner, who I think made the All-Star game. Stuart Skinner's a really interesting option, but then there's Tyson Barrie here. Ryan Murray's another interesting option. So Kyler Yamamoto, 23 medium top 6, 2 years left at $3 million. I kind of like that. Medium top 6 at 23. He could grow a little bit. A playmaker for us. We got some snipers, some power forwards. We're going to take him. Next, we could probably dip here at the blue line with Gustav Forsling. Alex Lyons, the only goaltender available from Florida. Other than that, the prospects available. White, Sorella, not really interesting. Gustav Forsling, I think, at 83. Another offensive defenseman for us, so we might need to start looking at defensive defensemen. If we take a look at the current picks, we're 13 players in. Let's go from the blue paint out. You got Ranta and Luukkonen, who I think is a great 1-2 punch. Ranta's 33. Teach Luukkonen the ropes at 23. 10 years older than him, but he's a starting goaltender with a backup. Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen looking pretty good. The blue line right now, 3 offensive defensemen in Girard, Forsling, and Bean. Maybe get some defensive defensemen to balance them out. At right wing, we got Toffoli, Silverberg, Yamamoto, and Fisher. Not bad. We've got Vrana and Marchment. And then down the middle right now, we've got Zacha and Dickinson. So right now, things are looking pretty good. I think we want to get as many promising young forwards as possible. That's not Alex Iafallo, but he would be a fantastic second line two-way forward for us. In goal, they've got Quick available for us and Copley. Defenseman-wise, they're not really looking to give us any defensemen, it seems. There's more. There's Trevor Moore, too. Like, that's not bad. He's 27. He's got 1 year left. He's a playmaker. Honestly, we can actually see if they fit our scheme. We actually can see that. Are you serious? All right, Laurence Dagneau. We'll just go ahead and take Iafallo. That's really interesting. Let's take a look and see if our guys actually fit our scheme or not. Girard doesn't. Toffoli does. Vrana fits the penalty kill. Follow does. Zacha sort of does. No scheme fit there. No. Our coach is not a good one. Definitely not a good coach. We're definitely going to be replacing him, but this team doesn't need to be a world beater very early. Minnesota Wild have given us Kalen Addison. Ooh, now there's a defenseman. Another offensive defenseman, but there's a guy that could be really good for us. 22, 80. Probably the best prospect we've seen so far besides Luukkonen with medium elite goaltender, right? 1 year left on a cheap deal. See how he plays. Play him, right? 80 overall offensive defenseman. I love it. Taking a look. We could always go with Joel Edmondson here. Goaltender-wise, Jake Allen just got a 2-year. Yikes. Not going to take on that extension, especially for a goalie we don't really need. As far as forwards, there's not really anybody here I consider a must get, right? So I think a guy like Joel Edmondson, right? Defensive defenseman, he fits the second pairing, 28. He's got 2 years left at 3.5. That's kind of a perfect guy to balance out all those offensive defensemen we've taken. We have taken how many defensemen? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we got 5 defensemen. Kalen Addison being the 7th defenseman. We can always trade somebody away too. I know teams would technically give up picks to have us avoid taking some players, so maybe we'll see. Nashville, though, could give us Lankinen. That's not a bad goalie to have. Another backup, though. Could let Luukkonen play in the AHL, but I don't want to do that. Alexander Carrier or Tanner Jeannot. Carrier's probably got more trade value. Matthias Ekholm with 4. Matthias Ekholm could be really good. He's probably a guy that I would take and trade, and I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to take Matthias Ekholm, and I'm going to trade him right away. At 86 overall, exact top 4. He's kind of the guy that I would like to move on from anyway. Here in New Jersey, a lot of great players. Mackenzie Blackwood, really? And then I could move on from Ranta. That might be the move. Severson, Graves, Tatar. I mean, there's some really good players here, but Blackwood for a little while, well, Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen grows. I think I might do it. There's our 3 goaltenders. Trade away Ranta. Taking a look at the New York Islanders. They don't have any goaltenders for me, so thankfully I don't have to worry about that. Other players here, though, Cholowski, there's not really anybody that is begging to be taken here. I don't really want to fill up the team with a bunch of Cal Clutterbucks, Kyle Palmieris. 1 year of Zach Parise could be a decent idea. At 81, at 37, you know what? Does he fit the scheme? He fits the 4th line. Maybe we take Zach Parise to be a guiding force for a lot of young players, you know, a voice in the locker room. Maybe I'll move on from Zach Parise too. He's so on such a cheap deal at 81. Maybe somebody's going to want him, right? I guess I could take Sebastian Aho, but at the end of the day, like, unless I'm taking Cholowski, I mean, Cholowski could be a good player to take. A 2-way defense, I don't know. This is one that doesn't excite me at all. Holmstrom here. Simon Holmstrom, 21, 74, medium top 9. I've seen him grow into a bottom line forward, but we're going to take Zach Parise just because we just need a veteran voice in the locker room. Philip Hedl, though, a really interesting player. Sammy Blais, oof, yikes. And darn it, no Igor Shesterkin, so we're going to just have to take somebody else. That's a bummer. I was really banking on that. Vitaly Kravtsov at low top 6. I mean, it could be worth it. Could it? I think I'd rather take Philip Hedl down the middle, so I'm going to do that. Ottawa Senators are up next. Matthew Joseph looking like the best player available. Yeah, that's probably the move. At 25, he kind of fits in with what we're doing here. Yeah, don't have to think too hard about that one. Philadelphia Flyers are offering us Ivan Provorov at low elite. Another great defenseman. No goaltenders from them, but a defenseman nonetheless here in Ivan Provorov that I think would be really, really good for us. Low elite, could again trade him right away. He's going to have 3 years left at 6.7. That's definitely not that bad. We've got cap space, obviously. A guy like Marcus Pettersson could be really good for us. Another defenseman there. I'm skipping over some of these guys at the top like Zucker, Dumoulin, and Carter. Just because a little bit of potential. Alex Nylander is absolute bust. Ryan Poehling, yeah, bottom guy. Marcus Pettersson is a defensive defenseman who could really help us out. Fits all defensive pairings too. So that's another defenseman that I actually really am happy to take. There. Oh, Nikolai Nizhov. I think it's Nizhov. Might be the move from the San Jose Sharks. Another defenseman here. He's a defensive defenseman, so we're actually getting quite a bit of promising young offensive and defensive defensemen, right? We just got Pettersson and Nizhov, and we've got Kalen Addison, and I think I may move on from a guy like Girard, and we may move on from a guy like Matthias Ekholm. I actually really like what's going on right now. Saad's got 4 years left. Otherwise, I'd say he's the guy to go for. In goal, Grice, no. Mikola's high top 6, but other than that, maybe we finally take a guy like Toropachenko. Alexei Toropchenko, a power forward, could be interesting, right? Instead of Noel Achari, get somebody 2 overalls worth and 6 years younger. Yeah, oh, that's Logan Brown. Logan Brown's not a bad option, though, either. Let's take a look. Hold on, at the St. Louis Blues. Down here, there we go. It was between these two guys. He is a lot younger, though, Toropchenko. So we're going to take Toropchenko. And there we go. Oh, my God. Anthony Cirelli's deal is massive. Oh, my God. Hayden Fleury is medium elite, but I don't think he's ever going to reach it. Do we take Cirelli, who's got 1 year left on his 4.8, but then 8 years at 6.25? I mean, he could be a staple on the second line for us. It could be really, really good for us. Definitely don't want to take Eric Chernak. I don't need another defenseman. He's solid for sure, but Hayden Fleury at medium elite is interesting. He just doesn't have enough time, in my opinion, to get to that potential. So I definitely think that Cirelli at 84-24, first line center, right? Let Zacha play second line center, Keedle on the third line, and then Jason Dickinson on the fourth line. I think actually this is pretty good looking so far. The Toronto Maple Leafs, who are they exposing? Jake Muzzin, Mark Giordano, TJ Brody, Michael Bunting. Actually don't hate the idea of Michael Bunting. Matt Murray's available, but I really have my goaltending plan set. Michael Bunting seems to be the best prospect available. How do you do, fellow rookies? Michael Bunting is probably the guy, though, that I'd like to take, I think. Yeah, no, I definitely want to take him. The forwards, you just need more of those than you need really anything else, obviously. But in goaltenders, nope, nothing there for Vancouver. So Luke Schenn with 1 year left, that's not a great option. Tanner Pearson's not a great option. Travis Dermott with 1 year left is a medium top 4, 2-way defenseman. Not a bad player. Definitely not a bad player at all. So I think I'm going to take Travis Dermott, 1 year left on a $1.5 million deal. We probably don't want to be taking too many more defensemen, as Nicholas Hague is just staring me in the face here. Thank you for making me look foolish. Vegas, high starter, Logan Thompson at 25. All right, let's take a look at our goaltenders. Hold on. I know we have a lot of goaltenders. Who are we looking at goalie-wise? Ranta, Blackwood, Thompson, and Luukkonen. I think maybe, the Carolina Hurricanes with Antti Ranta, I may look to trade him, but Blackwood, Thompson, and let Luukkonen play in the minors? I don't want to do that. I want to start one of these two. Mackenzie Blackwood's listed as a backup, so I think I'll take Thompson for sure, and then we'll see and go from there. TJ Oshie is an X factor, but he is 35. Sonny Milano is only 26. There's no goaltenders to speak of. And okay, I think I'd like to go with Sonny Milano. Sonny Milano looks like a fine player, 1 year, 82 sniper. See if we can do something for him. See if he does something for us. If not, he can be out of here. And we're good to go. Sonny Milano. There we go. And we're one pick away from really being finalized and looking at the team in totality. No goaltenders here, so that's fine. As far as players are concerned, do we just take Sam Gagner for a little bit of two-way forward, bottom sixer, or do we take guys like Stenlund and hope that he jumps a little bit? I mean, Axel Johnson-Falby is just probably not a guy that's going to do anything. Actually, David Gustafsson, a power forward. He's 77, medium top 9 at 22. Right, at 22, he's the youngest guy that they have, and he's medium top 9. He's probably got a little bit of potential for us. But that concludes all of our picks. I think I do want to take a look at replacing Mackenzie Blackwood from the New Jersey Devils. We could probably get somebody else. They had some. I figured they had some other players. Get a guy like Ryan Graves. 1 year left on his deal here. Another defensive defenseman. I like that a lot. And if we take a look at our picks, we took 3 goaltenders. We're going to trade Ranta and really go in the season with Thompson and Luukkonen. Taking a look at the blue line, we've got Gerard, Ekholm, Provorov, Graves, Forsling, Bean, Edmondson, Pettersson, Nizov, Dermott. Oh, God. Was Dermott really the best option from Vancouver? And then Addison. I definitely want to get rid of some of these defensemen, but that's just kind of how it goes. You take so many defensemen. Taking a look at the forwards, though. Toffoli, Vrana, Iafallo, Cirelli, Zacha, Marchment, Bunting, Milano, Silverberg, Yamamoto, Parise, Hedel, with Joseph, Dickinson, Fisher, Gustafsson, Toropchenko. Gustafsson and Toropchenko are for the future. The Arizona Coyotes didn't really have anybody else to give me, but I think maybe I want to take a look at the Vancouver Canucks before I submit this. Do they really? Tanner Pearson, 2 years left, 81 at 3.25. We've got $2 million in cap space. That's all we got. Well, we'll be trading some players away, so I'm not too worried about it. Potential-wise, they don't really have much potential, which is probably why I took Dermott. Tanner Pearson's a fine, just kind of third liner, fourth liner, like we're going to have a lot of. We do kind of need more forwards, I think. We'll see, but Dermott, maybe I trade Dermott right away to a guy that maybe could fetch us a mid-round pick. I think I might do that. I'm kind of satisfied with our forward core, right? If we take a look at the forwards, it's Toffoli, Vrana, Iafallo, Cirelli, Zaka, Marchment. Like, we're not going to have a ton of top talent. Nobody's going to be out there, but we could maybe turn some of these defensemen into this top talent. And then Bunting with Milano and Silverberg on the third line. That's a lot of goal scoring. Yamamoto, Parise, Hedel. As a fourth line, we could always move on from Parise too. But guys like Dickinson, Joseph, I don't have any problem with, not playing them. Same thing with Hedel if he ends up being the odd man out. So I'm pretty happy with this team. I hope you guys are too, because we're going to finish the draft. There's all 31. And we are ready to get into the entry draft. We're going to finish our draft, and there we go. Silverberg, Fisher, Zaka, Luukkonen, Toffoli, Ranta, Dickinson, Girard, Bean, Marchment, Vrana, Yamamoto, Forsling, Iafallo, Addison, Edmondson, Ekholm, Graves, Parise, Hedel, Joseph, Provorov, Pettersson, Nizov, Toropachenko, Cirelli, Bunting, Dermott, Thompson, Milano, and Gustafsson. That is your inaugural Honolulu Hammerheads franchise. And we are now ready to take a look at the draft class where we can see what's coming up for us. And oh my God, it's a bunch of defensemen, a bunch of elite Russian defensemen. Okay, so NHL ready, 1 year away, 1 year away, 2 years away. Oh my God, are these guys really that far away? 3 years away. Do we have any NHL ready players anywhere else in the draft? I wonder if we know of any gems, but right now it's not looking like we know of any NHL ready players. It's a pretty mid draft class right now. I know I said it's a medium, but yeesh. It's a little weak for my liking. Do we found any gems? We found a bust, but no gems. Okay, so I guess Valeri Kostitsin is the prize of this draft. And then we've got Dmitry Voloshenko, who's probably going to fall to us, a defensive defenseman, just telling by his information there. Plays like Zdeno Chara. Then there's Jovan Antonio with Bouncer. Oh, man. I do like the fact that Dmitry Voloshenko could be just absolutely loaded with abilities. Ivan Safronov, though, the sniper. Oh, man. It says he's 2 years away, but balance cycle energy block is not the greatest. But medium elite sniper, a goal scorer. Taking a goal scorer here could be the movie. Maybe a bit further away than a guy like Dmitry Voloshenko. But we don't need defensemen. We need elite forwards. And I think Ivan Safronov might be the guy to take with Schneip. And he's got relentless and magnetic and close quarters. And we think he's got seeing eye. He's 6'1", 188. Yes, he's 2 years away, but he's got an A shot. Great goal scorer with a pro release. I mean, he's got an elite shot, right? Everything else will just come. So I think Ivan Safronov will probably be the guy we end up taking just because I want an elite forward to carry this team into the future. So we're just going to advance today. We're going to get up to the draft here and make some moves and see what we can do. All right, start the draft. Let's take a look at who on our team could fetch the highest price. And it's Samuel Girard, obviously, but at 24, he's kind of a guy I want to keep and build around. Matthias Ekholm. What can we get? Zari, who's medium top 6 in a second. Poirier, Pickering in a second. Hollander. We could get 32nd overall, which would be kind of nice. Let's take a look at some of these prospects. Let's like Zari, right? I think it's Connor Zari from the Calgary Flames. Yeah, Connor Zari, 2074, two-way forward. It's not very exciting. Doesn't look to be very well spread out as far as what his talent is. They also offered us another skater that was matching the block, Poirier, the defenseman. I wonder if I could trade like Ekholm and maybe I don't know if anybody's gonna want it, but actually Ranta's got a decent amount of trade value now that I look at it. But if I trade Ekholm and let's just go with Toffoli, right? He's 30. Trade some of the older guys away. No trades were found just because I don't think anybody's got the cap space for that. Iafallo, we'll throw him in there. No trades were found. That's what I kind of figured. Edmondson could be a guy go for 2 defensemen. No, okay. Nobody wants those guys. That kind of makes sense, right? That's why they were there. Zach Parise, throw him in with Ekholm. And Tampa Bay wants to send us 32nd overall. Now, if there was somebody at 32nd overall, I would absolutely jump on that trade. View the draft class. Is there anybody down there towards the early second round that we could end up going for? Because we're going for 32 here. There's some goaltenders here who's 5 years away, but he looks pretty good. 1 bar medium fringe starter. This kid could be 1 year away. There's no way Thomas Suchanek is that good. I mean, he's 19, right? I just don't think he's that good. There's no way he's actually that good. There's Helmer Steiff, who's 5 years away, right? Some of these guys, I like to look for the years away just because it kind of gives you an indication of if these guys are good. Jacob Shields could be 2 years away. I don't trust it. We didn't get a chance to scout. We can't find any, real promising players here at 32. There really aren't a lot of guys that excite me here. Jonah Carlton. Matthew Ward. They think he's got an X Factor. I don't agree with it. He's 3 years away, though. Could have some X Factors. I think I'd rather get some prospects and some maybe future picks. So we'll find a trade for Ekholm again, and I think we'll take a look at Pickering and Hollander here from the Pittsburgh Penguins. They could be looking better than Connor Zary did. Taking a look at Hollander, though, he's 72 at 21. He's definitely not nearly as good. If I gave them Ekholm, could I get maybe like next year's first instead? That looks about right as far as value is concerned. Next year's first from the Pittsburgh Penguins, and they want to get rid of these guys. So maybe, get a guy for the AHL or something. Maybe I'll throw in Hollander in a first. That's not going to work. Good God, no, that's not going to work. And the New Jersey Devils have taken Kostitsyn, and we are not going to waste around. I know I'm making some trades, but we are going to take Ivan Safronov, the sniper here. I know the defenseman looks better right now, but 2 years away, but he still looks so good. And I think that it's just better for the future to have a goal scorer. I don't know how many times we're going to be in this position, probably once more next season, but to have a goal scorer like Ivan Safronov, we're going to take him. He's 69 medium elite, but the shooting category is pretty good. He does have Schneip, 1T, relentless, close quarters, and magnetic. He looks pretty good to start. Obviously, he's not going to be as good as the defensemen that are about to get picked. Voloshenko, and then the Arizona Coyotes get 2 medium elite defensive defensemen. So when they trade Chychrun, they're going to be all set there. And I wonder if that's like could we make a splash and go after a Jacob Chychrun? Here he is at medium elite. He's got obviously 3 years left on his deal here. 85 medium elite. He's a medium elite 2-way defenseman who's really insanely good. Taking a look here, would take Cirelli and Luukkonen, or Luukkonen a second and a third. I don't know if I want to do that. And they're not going to be a team that's going to be clamoring for an Ekholm, right? They definitely, obviously, they want Cirelli because they're trying to rebuild, so that makes sense. A team that wants to go for it now, like the Calgary Flames, could I maybe make a deal for one of their better prospects? No, they don't really have forward prospects to give up, right? Calgary is not in a position to have forward prospects. Taking a look here, obviously I'm not going to get a guy like Svechnikov, but a guy like Seth Jarvis. Seth Jarvis could be the kind of perfect player. The sniper here looks really good, honestly. There's Noah Gunler, but I'm going to see what they want for Seth Jarvis. And I obviously can't do that from here, so that's great. But we're going to find a trade with the Carolina Hurricanes, and for Seth Jarvis, what would they want? Could they want Jake Bean back? Ooh, they want Jake Bean in a fourth. That kind of makes sense. They want Sonny Milano, or they want Bunting a third next year. I don't know how much I like that. Hedel in a third this year. Travis Dermott in a third next year. I don't mind that, honestly. Travis Dermott in a third next year is not the end of the world. I'd like to give them something else. Oh my God, they kind of want a little bit of everything, and I'm not going to use the Ekholm trade value. Maybe I can use somebody. We'll just sort by age right now. Maybe Tyler Toffoli could be a guy to give them. Just trying to trade anybody over the age of 30. Maybe I give him Silverberg. That's probably not going to work. Yeah, they'd be over the maximum. Yeah, okay. Maybe Seth Jarvis is not going to happen. Taking a look here, the Colorado Avalanche. Are they willing to give up any of their young players here? There's Newhook, who's medium elite, 21. Alex Newhook, medium elite playmaker. That is interesting. Fits our top 6 as well. at 2181. He's got a little bit ways to go, but they want Graves back, they want Cirelli, and they want Addison. Or they want Girard back, Addison, and Yamamoto. I don't think I want to give that up. I don't think he's going to be worth it, let's be honest. So let's just find a trade again, sorting by age, and we will go ahead and see what teams will give us for, we don't really know a ton in this draft, so we'll give up Ekholm in a third, and again, there's Huutonen. There goes the pick of Cahill. So we do end up getting, an elite player where they didn't, so that's good. But I did want to see that trade from Tampa there. They'd give us a third next year and the 32nd overall pick this year. Huutonen is 18, medium top 6, power forward. That's a player that, at 18, 68 could end up growing into something. Maybe I could get there first next year, right? They don't have it, right? So that's gonna damper that. Skaters matching the block. Obviously, Huutonen's their best rookie skater, I think. Yeah, he definitely is. What about any other players that they would be willing to part with? Nobody. There's really nobody here that's fitting the age bracket that we're interested in. So maybe not Ekholm in a third. Maybe just Ekholm and acquire some picks, right? Trade Ekholm, get some seconds and some thirds next year. I think that might be the best move here. Matthias Ekholm. Tampa Bay wants to give us a first this year and a third and a fourth. Maybe Calgary. Maybe I do talk to Calgary. The Connor Zary trade doesn't look so bad right now. Calgary, though, he's 20. He's a two-way forward at 74. I don't think so. I'm going to decline that, and I think I'm going to go after their first. Matthias Ekholm for next year's first. Straight up, let's throw in a little bit of sugar so we don't get fleeced. A first and a fourth for Matthias Ekholm. Probably not going to go through, but hey, why not? Yeah, it's not sufficient at all. So we'll just do Matthias Ekholm for next year's first from the Calgary Flames. Trade accepted. On behalf of the Calgary Flames organization, I accept your trade offer. We'll see you on the ice. And that's beautiful. That's exactly what we were hoping to do right there. We got a first for next year. We don't know much about this year. As far as overall, Ivan Provorov at 25, I don't want him. I just don't want him on the team. Montreal is willing to give up a second and a third. Bernier in a second. Tampa Bay still really wants to give away that first. We'd get a third. I wonder if I can, from the Montreal Canadiens, maybe they want to give me their first next year for Ivan Provorov. Instead of a second and a third this year, a draft where we don't know much, right? We don't know much about this year's. Oh my God. They have so many picks. But we'll go ahead and see if, we're not getting to first. It's not happening. So maybe I'll take the third from this year, but I'll try and snag the second from next year, right? See if I can get that to go through. Just because I don't want to get picks in a draft class where I couldn't scout and know nothing about, right? So Provorov for a third this year and a second. Will it go through? Rejected. Value is a bit low. Okay. So what was the deal? What was the deal for who was it? It was Ivan Provorov, right? He's 25, so he's right in the age bracket that we're looking for, but a second and a third this year. No, I don't. I'll keep the Anaheim Ducks third in there. Because where is that third round pick for? Oh, that's their least valuable third rounder. That makes sense. Now it might go through. Get the second and a third. There we go. Trade accepted. We'll see you out on the ice. So that's a fair trade. I'm really happy with that value. I wonder if any of these teams have prospects that are already on there, skaters matching the block here. Nobody from no, definitely not anybody from the Anaheim Ducks. Arizona's got Shane Gostisbehere, but he's not really what we're looking for. Fabian Lysell, I'm not very keen on him growing into anything. The Sabres, no. Zari Poirier, no. Noah Gunler, interesting? No, probably not. Taze, yeah, no, if I was trying to contend now, maybe, but I'm definitely not trying to do that. So let's see here. Esa Lindell, that's not a bad player, but again, not a guy that I'm trying to find guys that I can build the franchise around, guys that'll stay here for long term and just be a staple and kind of grow with the team. That's what I'm looking for right now, and I'm not really having any success finding something like that. So we may continue to just trade away some of our older players for picks and kind of work on it next year. Again, these contracts are horrible, so get me out of that. Hollander, no, he's only 21. Logan Couture, not on that deal for 5 more years. I'm sorry. it might make sense in the future, but it's definitely not a right now thing. Seattle, they were exempt from the expansion draft, so they don't really have anything for me anyway. Huutonen, Huuttinen's interesting at 1868. I just don't know if he's going to grow. I don't know if I trust it, right? And let's see, Washington, LaPierre, Hendricks, LaPierre, Winnipeg Jets. They have Lucius here, Chaz Lucius, the high top 6 forward at 19, the sniper. That's interesting, but I think we're going to hold off on that for now. We're going to find a trade, I think, for a couple more of our older players, right? So let's go ahead here and just nope, there we go. We want age. So you know what we'll do? We will pair Zach Parise and a 3rd round pick from the Ducks, the one we got. We could get 2/3 McLaughlin, Beecher, a 2nd next year from the Flames. Carolina's 2nd this year. No, again, I don't want this year's picks. I want high picks from next year. And I think that Calgary Flames pick, I like that. Zach Parise and this year's 3rd for next year's 2nd. I'm going to accept that trade. Fine by me. And then we finally take a look at all skaters, take a look at the age. Toffoli's got some good value. Silverberg, I don't know. Nobody's gonna offer me anything for Silverberg. Ooh, the next pick just went through. It's Arkhipov. That's fine. Find a trade. Let's look at our defensive core, right? That's the log jam here, right? It's Gerard, Graves, Forsling, Bean, Edmondson, Peterson, Nizov, Dermott, Addison. I don't like the fact that Addison's in the AHL. I really don't, considering what is he listed as, a top 6 defenseman? Yeah. So we're going to take a look at what Dermott could fetch us. Dermott could get us a 3rd and a 3rd. McLaughlin, okay, similar. Oh, Carolina Hurricanes, a 2nd and a prospect. I kind of like that. A next year's 2nd, there's Nybeck. There's Himo Salmi, a prospect defenseman. Olausen, I think I looked at him. This year's 2nd, probably not. Brendan Gallagher, no. New Jersey Devils, I think I definitely want to look at Othman. There's Korjak, Robertson. Oh, there's some teams that are interested in offering up some prospects to us. Some 3rds. They don't really have any prospects. Hendricks, LaPierre. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. There's some other teams that I was interested in as well, but Hendricks, LaPierre is 20 already, so we're just gonna move on from that. They definitely have like some really good, Connor McMichael here. 79, 21, 2-way forward. I mean, I don't know if I'm going to get that for Travis Dermott, but he'd be the kind of player I'd want to get. 21 already, or 21.79 already. Medium top 6, and it's too far off. Okay, so they want Travis Dermott. Is there anything else I could give them that they want? Skaters matching the block. Let's see. Anything else that I'm willing to give up? I'd give them a Joel Edmondson and a Travis Dermott, right? Philip Hedl, honestly, Philip Hedl is 22.81, like 1 year left at 2.3. I'm fine with this. They want Dickinson as well, so maybe I throw in Dickinson, but he's not going to move the needle, I don't think. Let's throw in, I don't know. Who do I think is better, Michael Bunting or Sonny Milano? They're pretty much the same. They're the same player, and I have no idea if they fit the scheme or not. That's great. Yeah. Let's throw in Hedl just to see if I can squeeze out Connor McMichael, and maybe a 4th. Connor McMichael and a 4th for Dermott and Hedl. Trade accepted, a done deal. So they are happy. So maybe I got a little bit not enough, but there we go. And I kind of like making my own deals for some of these pretty good younger players. I think who else am I looking at trading? The goaltenders. There we go. We need to take a look at our goalie situation. Finding a trade for goalies would be nice. Goalies, Logan Thompson, Luukkonen, and Ranta. They actually all have some really good value. Nobody wants Ranta. I'm sure somebody wants him, but I'll just have to find a trade for him myself then. So I'm going to call the Buffalo Sabres. I know you guys just saw Savoy on the trade block, but he's probably not a guy. Maybe I go after JJ Peterka, another medium top 6. He's 20, 2-way forward at 80. Could be a decent player to go after. Oslin, Roseanne. Yeah, I think the Sabres, could be interesting. They need a goaltender for sure. I mean, look at their goalies. Anderson and then Comrie, right? So if we throw them back, throw them back Ranta, they might be fine. But I think 20 years old and already 80 for JJ Peterka, Jason Peterka. I think that's one I want to go with right here. That's a pretty fair value trade from the looks of it. They're not particularly interested. That's fine. Do they have skaters matching the block? Who do they want? They want Safronov. Okay. Oh, they want picks. Okay, you know what? I'll throw in a third. Ronta and a third for Peterka, and next year, or that's this year's for fourth. Didn't realize we had so many picks. Another fourth in return. So Ronta in this year's third for Peterka, and a fourth. Rejected. Okay, let's see if we can get like a maybe sixth. We'll throw in a sixth. Rejected and propose the trade. Accepted. Okay, so Ronta and a third for JJ Peterka. They made sense to me as far as needing a goaltender. And we now have a second, a fourth, a fifth, sixth, and a seventh. Okay, so we're starting to build up some young talent. A lot of medium top sixes here. Let's take a look at the defense, though, again. It's Gerard, Graves, Forsling, Bean, Edmondson, Patterson, Nyshkov, and Addison. Maybe I want to trade away a Graves and an Edmondson. See who wants Edmondson. Let's go to the other way. Let's go to the back half of the league, because I haven't been trading with them a ton. The Tampa Bay Lightning want him. I guess that kind of makes sense. Zhamanov, okay, we'll just find a trade for him, actually, and we'll see who's the most interested in a guy like Joel Edmondson. He's not going to get any better. He's 82, making $3.5 million. We get thirds. It looks like Calgary's interested. You know what? The Montreal Canadiens are pretty interested in getting him back. Let's look at some of these prospects, though, from the New York Rangers. They've been calling a bunch, but I just haven't really been answering. Othman here is 1970 sniper, medium top six. Do they have somebody else that I would want? Let's take a look at their rookie skaters. Korczak is 19. I mean, he's a little bit worse. Robertson, a little bit better, but also 2 years older. Vasily Kravtsov, probably not a guy that I'm going to go after, but you know, we'll take a shot on Othman. We're going to propose the trade, consider it a done deal. So Edmondson is now gone, and I think that just leaves room for one more defenseman that I probably want to get rid of. It's probably going to be Graves. He's going to be on an expiring deal. I could get rid of Gustav Forsling. He's another offensive defenseman. I do need a defensive defenseman. So Gerard, Graves, Addison, Bean, Nyshkov, Pettersson. Yeah. I kind of like this idea of Gerard, Graves, Bean, Pettersson, Nyshkov, Addison. So you got a couple defensive defensemen in Nyshkov with the offensive defenseman in Addison on the third pairing. You've got Bean with Pettersson in the middle pairing, and then on the top pairing you've got Graves and Gerard. And it's just Gustav Forsling, who's probably the odd man out here. He's probably also got some good value considering, second and a third. There's Fabian Lysell as well. Nyback, Hemosalmi, Noah Gunler. Oh, that could be an interesting one. The Florida Panthers want to offer a second next year to get Forsling back. I kind of like that. That feels the most, realistic to me. They are offering a fourth this year, the Pittsburgh Penguins, so maybe I call... let's call Florida, see if they can throw a little sweetener in there for us. Next year's second, that's pretty good. But just maybe a bit of a sweetener in a fourth. And next year's fourth as well. Rejected. Yeah, it's close, right? But it's just not quite there. Let's go with a fifth this year. Second and a fifth from the Panthers. They get Forsling back. Rejected. Okay. You guys could stop being sticklers about this. He was yours. Oh my God. Proposed trade. Trade accepted. So there we go. Forsling goes back to the Panthers for a next year's second. And now, all of a sudden, the team looks good. We still have our second. We gave away our third, but I think we got some good prospects. If we just go ahead and offer trade, let's take a look at the roster. Let's reconstruct the lines and everything in our heads. So in goal, we've got Thompson and Luukkonen. Perfect. Defensemen, we've got Gerard Graves, Bean Pettersson, and Nyjov Addison. That's really young. There's a lot of potential there, and some pretty good players as well. Taking a look at right wingers, we've got Toffoli, Silverberg, Yamamoto, Joseph. On left wingers, we've got Verana, Iafallo, who can also play center, right? He could be a center. So if we move him to center, it's Verana, Marchment, Bunting, probably Peterka, unless we decide to play Peterka in the AHL. He is a third-line scorer, though, so probably not. Sonny Milano could be a guy we move from. And then down the middle, we've got Cirelli, Zaka, Iafallo, Dickinson, and then McMichael plays in the AHL as a depth forward. That could be the move. I don't know. You guys let me know. Should JJ Peterka be playing in the NHL or the AHL? I've seen him sim well in the NHL. He looks really good, but he could dominate the AHL. for a second straight season and just, you know, be a really just explode next year, be in the mid 80s by the time next season starts at 21. That'd be awesome. And then we could use Sonny Milano because we've got, do we have right wingers? Yeah, I guess we could get rid of Matthew Joseph. But he's got a terrible contract. Ugh. Does anybody want him? Boston does. Calgary does. Let's go the other way because we've been trading, like I said, with a lot of the teams at the front here. Joseph to the Lightning. I already traded with the Lightning, I think. Let's call the Penguins, maybe. The Rangers we just called and traded with. Who wants Joseph? The Florida Panthers we just traded with. The Colorado Avalanche want Joseph. You know what? If they want him, they can have him. They don't really have any picks though. Skaters matching the block. We could get Oscar Olausen. I mean, he's 19 at 70. He could be somebody someday, but I really don't see it. They've got some goaltenders that we could get for the pipeline, right? A Noonan for Matthew Joseph. That actually doesn't sound like a terrible idea. A Noonan could play in the AHL, and we have a backup in the future. A Noonan in a 5th for Joseph. Rejected. A Noonan for Joseph. Trade accepted. Make out cool. Whatever. I'm not going to haggle for 6th and 7th. So Joseph is out of here. We have plenty of cap space, and we are looking good. So let's continue the draft. We got a lot of stuff to do here, guys. 2nd round pick here. Helmer Steiff, 5 years away. Hannu Sarainen. Could be an interesting player. Do we have anybody here that's less than? Jacob Shields is the guy I keep coming back to as potentially a really good player. I'm going to just take him. Jacob Shields. We don't know much about anybody. He's a low 7th defenseman. Oh, God, this draft class is horrible. This is an absolutely horrible draft class. Really nobody worthwhile. What? There's no way this guy's that good. There's no way he's that good. Make the pick. High AHL starter. That's what I thought. He's a 62 overall. Good for him. Caden Sasaki. Anybody else that's worthwhile taking? I'm going to take Marcus Vidicek. Maybe I will. Maybe I won't. Who knows what I'm going to do. Ooh, 2 years away. He's 18, potentially 2 years away. Okay. Again, we have absolutely no information about any of these players. So the draft, I knew this year the draft wasn't going to be the move. Grigorenko, Oleg Grigorenko, 2-bar medium elite. You know what? Screw it. We'll make the pick there. Medium bottom 6 forward. Pick 201 here. Oh, God, this draft class is just painful. And then Dmitry Denisov. There's actually 2 guys here that look not too bad. And Dorian Lyon. Let's just take him. Medium 7th defenseman. This is not a draft to remember outside of our 2nd overall pick. The 1st overall pick for us. Ivan Safronov. Everybody else, I had no information on anybody, and I was just throwing darts at the dartboard. So let's go ahead, sim to the re-sign phase. We have no players who are about to be restricted free agent, and there we go. Taking a look at the contracts. Who's expiring? Graves is expiring. Could be a guy that we, look to maybe scout throughout the year. Same thing with Zaka. But again, we're going to go from the crease out, right? We got Thompson on a very cheap deal for 3 years at 84, high starter, followed by Luukkonen, medium elite on a 2-year deal. Could be very good. Ananen, who we got for Matthew Joseph, is a AHL goaltender with medium starter. He could come up and be our backup when Thompson's deal is up and we have Luukkonen starting, right? I like it. Looking at the blue line, we've got Girard and Graves. I think it's going to be a phenomenal first pairing. They're all left-handed. I don't care. Bean and Pettersson, another middle pairing that's going to be phenomenal. And then a young third pairing in Nijov and Addison. I think they're going to be both pretty good. I'm actually really happy with the structure of our team right now. Take a look at the forward core. The first line is Toffoli with Vrana and Cirelli. Our second line will probably be Iafallo with Bunting and Marchment. Then we'll have Zaka with Milano and Silverberg, Yamamoto, Dickinson, and then maybe Peterka, or maybe we'll just play Christian Fischer, and let McMichael and Peterka dominate the AHL. There's also then Gustafsson and Toropachenko. Toropachenko could play with Peterka and McMichael. That could be a great AHL line. A 2-way forward here. Yeah, it could be really good. We still have free agency too, so we can see if we just throw our cash at somebody, but I kind of want to be towards the bottom of the league again. So the best thing for us may be to have a not great team. Nobody really worthwhile. We'll take a look at any players that maybe slipped to free agency that are high potential. But as far as yeah, here you go. So I would just have to sign AHL players, which I think I'll do in between episodes. But you got Blitchfield here, 23 medium top 6. Are these guys UFAs? Yes, they are. Okay, Zach Senishin, sniper, right? So yeah, a defenseman here in Brook. We'll just go after these guys. Blitchfield, offer him a contract, 3 years at, oh, he wants a real deal. Okay. We'll give him 9.5. Let's hope he comes. Ikonen as well. We'll give him, oh wait, he's 60 overall. My bad. And then, yeah, I think that's, the only guy is Blitchfield here. And then on the blue line here was Brook. At 23.72. He's got 7 teams interested, so he's got a lot of interest in him. So we'll give him a ton of money for as many years as we can get. So there we go. And then taking a look at goaltenders that slipped to free agency. There's Lennox. There's Vevalainen. That's actually not a bad AHL backup. Vevalainen, medium starter potential. We'll see, right? It could work. So you know what? Or maybe we go with Lennox and just hope that he grows for a while. Tristan Lennox. You know, we might do that. Tristan Lennox here at 67 is an other goalie, but he's going to be our minor league backup. And he's got 5 teams interested. Good Lord. We'll just go ahead and give him a contract. See if he wants the max amount of, there we go. All right. So those are our signings. There's not really anybody. I'll sign a whole AHL team once we know how many positions we need. But we'll just advance a 3rd round pick for Erica Branson. No. 3rd and a 4th for Merrill. No. I'm sorry, but I do not need more. Did you see the house cleaning? Tristan Lennox has decided to come be our minor league backup. That's beautiful. I also love to see our AHL logo there. Josh Brook has chosen us. Blitchfield, he decided to go somewhere else. That's fine. So we'll see the next season. Take a look at the inaugural lines. And no, just stop calling me. Anyway, you guys don't have to sit through this. I'll catch up with you guys when I got the lines. So we have finally gotten to the lines, and guys, you know what I completely forgot? That this is the Bedard draft. We do have to be bad. We have to be very bad. But the lines are looking similar to what I thought they would be. The +2 there is nice. Maybe Milano over Silverberg, just because Milano is 26, Silverberg is 31, Dickinson, Bunting, and then we got McMichael with Marchment and Yamamoto getting us a decent amount of, actually Marchment can go anywhere up and down the lineup it seems, and he goes up there and gets a +1. Okay, Marchment is also 27, he's not going to grow. Tyler Toffoli could get us a +2 here instead of Sonny Milano. So Toffoli, Zacha, Iafallo, maybe the second line is just, maybe we want it to be dominant. I don't know if I want Connor McMichael. Peterka, where do you fit? Peterka fits great on the second and the third line. So actually, getting him the +2 with Zacha and Iafallo could be the move. Verana, Cirelli, Toffoli is going to be our first line. And then Marchment, flip-flop with Dickinson. And then Silverberg, flip-flop with Sonny Milano. And then Kyler Yamamoto's 23, Michael Bunting's 26, Sonny Milano drop down there. Dickinson up there, actually, okay, cool, interesting. Can any of these guys play center? Can Bunting face-offs? No, they can't. That's fine. So we'll just kind of flip-flop here. Marchment can't play center. None of these guys can play center, of course. Okay, so Peterka can't play center either. Dickinson there with, oh God. I had Zacha as our third line center, but Zacha just seems to be a great second line fit. Iafallo, yeah, the second line seems to be a great fit for most players, except for Anthony Cirelli and Jakub Vrana. Taking a look at these guys. Actually, Marchment fits so well there. Marchment, but he can't play center. Dickinson, and then, oh God, you know, it doesn't matter. These are the lines I'm thinking about. JJ Peterka as 80 overall. Maybe I don't play him in the minors because he's getting the +2 there with Zacha and Iafallo. He could grow. Defensively, oof. No, we want that. Oh, how do you? Oh, it's because Girard doesn't fit. Our coach hates any kind of defensive defenseman or offensive defenseman. There we go. Pedersen gets a 0. This is kind of what I was envisioning. Jake Bean and Graves, and then Addison and Nijkov. Nijov fits amazing. Whoa, Pedersen and Nijov with a +2 up there? What the heck? Okay, I just don't want to put Girard down here, but yeah, our coach absolutely needs to go. He likes balance, shoot, balance, and balance, shoot. Ugh. We definitely need a coach that likes pinch cycle. Without a doubt, some of our best players enjoy pinch cycle. But, you know, taking a look at it, I'm really liking the way things look. Scratched his Fisher, and then obviously we'll send McMichael down. But Peterka could stay up. He could go down. We would just put in Fisher. And we just kind of figure out how these lines would work, right? Maybe Marchment goes up here instead. Or Milano goes up here instead, right? And we get a plus. Actually, that's not a terrible idea. Peterka, actually, not the worst face. Actually, he's pretty bad at face-offs. But it could be a move. It could be a move to get the +1s all the way down. You guys let me know your thoughts about the lines. Obviously, in the AHL, I need to sign a lot of guys. We've got Gustafsson and Toro Pachenko. We're going to send McMichael down, so we'll need maybe 8, 9 forwards. And then on defense, we're going to need 5 defenders. But in goal, we should be good. In goal, we've got Annunen and Lennox, so yay. Other than that, I'm going to have to sign a whole AHL squad for Anchorage. But there we go. That is the lineup. That is what we're looking like. Let me know what you want to see with Peterka. That's really the one guy that I think could go up, could go down. He gets the +2, so maybe he stays up. But I don't know. You guys let me know your thoughts down in the comment section. But make sure to leave a like if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you want to see some more. And I will see you guys in the next one.
This a free-for-all, but what we fall. This a free-for-all, but what we fall.